welcome back to another episode of First and Last. My name is Josh, and with me this week I've got Joe.
Hey, man.
And Jimmy.
What's up?
I said that with a question mark because I'm sitting in a different spot in the room.
It's weird how weird this feels. There's only three of us, and we just switched like 2 seats, and now everything feels backwards.
Josh has been fired from the producer chair.
Yeah.
Josh
for
is
1 week.
Josh is away from his laptop.
He's on
so
suspension, actually.
now he's gonna know no facts. You're gonna sound like an idiot.
I have a phone. It's connected to the internet.
The pocket computer.
I will say, though, it's been... I have not had a computer for like 1 day, and I won't have one for like a week.
Yeah.
And that it was a weird week. It was like nighttime, and it was like right before bed, and normally I like watch a YouTube video or something and just chill, and then I'm like, what do I do? Do I watch it on my TV? This is weird.
Ugh.
I'm weird. I'm sure I'm weird, but I like when I'm like winding down for the night or whatever, and I'm like, I'm gonna go to bed soon, within an hour maybe or something like that. I usually like turn off the TV and I just like watch things on my computer, even if it's like something that everything that I'm watching on my computer is fully accessible on my TV.
Yeah. No,
But-
yeah, I do that too.
You do that too?
Yeah.
It's like, is it a smaller screen? Or what? Do you know why you do it?
I guess it is. Yeah, it's somewhat just like smaller and cozier, and it's not like, I don't know. I guess it is different that it's like, it's more like I'm watching stuff on YouTube or like wrestling videos off of Reddit or something.
Yeah.
And it's not like I'm putting on like a full on Netflix.
Yeah.
It's like those stuff I typically just like beam.
I suppose it's true.
Sure.
You don't do that, Jimmy.
Like, just pull up the laptop.
Yeah, well, you and Michelle have, like, you guys got a TV.
We
room
have a TV in our bedroom, which is a
Yeah.
huge problem. Like, don't do it. Don't do it. Because then, especially like in the Midwest, when it's just dark at 4 p.m., and you get home from work and it's just like, oh, I'll just lay down in this bed where this TV is and the day is over. And it's like, we still need to eat dinner tonight. Like,
Yeah,
I'm asleep in this bed watching things.
If I was in my bed watching TV, like in the dark, which is, I just assume that's what you're doing. And it's like 6 p.m. I'd be like, why even get up? I feel like that's just like, you're just brewing depression.
Ugh. Ugh. But it's so awesome. Like, what else are you going to do? And the dog.
Just under a weighted blanket, just...
Yeah,
being held down.
just under a warm, what are those electric blankets? We have our, like I was going to say, our dog is on this routine right now where after she eats dinner, which she's like, she's just always hungry. So we like feed her at like 5 p.m. And then she's just like, okay, I'm done. Like, I'm done with the day.
Oh, yeah?
And yeah. And so she'll just like, so then it's like she curls up into bed and it's just like, you're just snuggled. And it's just like, okay, well, I don't want to leave this situation.
Yeah, that's not what I've expected from a pup.
Oh, she's insane. But then her thing is that then she wakes up and she eats at like 6:30 in the morning. But which is like fine because my wife gets up early because she works early.
Right.
But then the days that she doesn't, then the dog wakes me up and I'm like, oh God, I'm so tired.
What do you need?
Which she did this morning. She's a good girl.
All right. Well, hey,
Mama.
I'm happy that apparently I'm not the only person that like turns off big things and then switches to like essentially small things.
It does feel a little silly, yeah, when I'm like, you know, even from the laptop down to like watching stuff on my phone.
I don't go to the phone. Even without, I just basically I watched stuff last night. My computer's just out to get like a battery replacement. It's not
right.
But I didn't switch my phone. I was just like, well, I guess I'm just done. I guess I was just bed. I think I went to bed earlier last night than I normally would. I was just like, well, I guess I'm done.
Guess I'm gonna get a good night's sleep. Ugh.
I was debating. I mean, that's debatable still. But.
Yeah. It's like, well, it's 2 a.m. I guess I should turn in.
I go to bed before 2. I'm a night owl, but not that night of an owl.
All
right.
Owl of a night.
Yeah. This is not how we wind down at night podcast. Joe, what is first and last for anybody that cares?
It's a it's a TV pod, but not your average TV pod. We take one show a week. We watch just the first episode, just the last episode. It's typically a show we've never seen, so we're just getting like the beginning and end. And in between, we try to predict what's going to happen at the end. Usually we're way off.
We do a great job.
Sometimes never. We're actually never exactly on.
No.
Even when a show is only like a season long, we're not right by the end. But yeah, it's just kind of a good, concise way to soak up TV. Our next podcast is going to be just three dudes reading the Wikipedia of a TV show.
and you won't even notice.
We're just going to silently read it to ourselves.
We'll be more accurate, maybe.
Yeah.
God, I hope so.
Maybe.
But yeah, that's it.
And then Joe, you can keep going because it's your show.
It is.
Hey, tell us a story.
Yeah. So this week, digging into the reservoir of shows known as HBO. Not
premium.
quite TV. Yeah, not quite TV. It's full on HBO. And doing kind of a classic, as I guess, as far as HBO shows go. An older classic called 6 Feet Under.
Okay.
Man, I'm like, we haven't done that yet.
Yeah, right. Which is a early 2000s HBO show, ran from June 3rd, 2001 to I don't have it up anymore. August 21st, 2005. So it's at the early part of like golden era HBO, which pretty much starts with like The Sopranos and then continues on with The Wire and so forth. But like this is like a solid show that ran for 5 seasons, and I pretty much know nothing about it. I assume it has something to do with dead people or like a funeral home or something. But otherwise I've never seen it.
I legitimately think I have like a large, like I have a thought of what this show is, and I'm sure I'm wrong.
Yeah.
I've also never seen it.
Yeah.
I feel like this is like one of those like The 100. That's how you say it. The 100, like the four. There's other shows where like people go away and then they come back unexplained kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it's one of those shows, but in the terms of like maybe the main character is like a Claire Danes like high school student who dies, gets buried, and then comes back a la like Pet Sematary.
Oh.
And then is then like living around, and then maybe they find out that like, I don't know, probably some like controversial Indian burial ground or something like that is like the reason why people come back to life. Basically, I think this might be Pet Sematary, but for people, Pet Sematary series starring a Claire Danes like person.
That kind of sounds like iZombie.
Yeah, or I was gonna say just like Santa Clarita Diet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it's that, but HBO, so it's better.
Wasn't that an HBO?
Santa Clarita? Was that
was
Showtime
that
or something
was
like
it
that?
Netflix?
Netflix.
Ah,
Oh,
it
yeah,
was
something like
Netflix.
that.
Yeah.
That makes more sense. Yeah, I've for sure not seen this, but all I remember is I remember seeing, because was Weeds, was that a premium? No. I was like,
it is. I think that's
is it?
like Showtime.
I
Though?
think that's Showtime.
I feel like they were on at the same time, maybe, and I used to like
Mhm.
I hadn't seen either of them, and I confused them because there's like the like image is like just a lone tree, or like right.
Yep.
For 6 Feet Under.
Yeah,
Okay.
that was like that's like the thumbnail that I
Yeah.
remember. I don't know why. Briefly, I had HBO at one point back in the day.
Who's in this? Do I know
But all
anybody
we
in
did
this
was
show?
watch True Blood. Dexter, right?
Oh, Michael C. Hall.
So like a young Dexter.
Yeah, a young Dexter. Okay.
So that interests me right away.
Oh yeah, there is.
Now
a
I just
tree.
think he's gonna kill people.
What is the
I
deal
hope
with this
so.
tree? There is something going on with this like lone tree that's in all of like the photos for this show.
It's probably the tree where the Claire Danes like character was buried.
She's
Yeah.
buried under this tree.
I hope it's just Drew Barrymore.
I mean, she's not written as a person in the show as far as starring, but
Oh,
Oh,
Th-
but Claire Danes actually is?
no,
Oh, okay. Well, then what are we talking about?
I don't
here?
know. For some reason,
What are we doing?
I'm in like this like high school like some sort of like
That's who you
high
think
school like late high school girl like junior senior dies and then comes back and only her best
Yeah.
friend knows. Maybe all of, like the cheerleader from Heroes.
this is the other image that I like recognized from this show, and it looks like it's from like the season 1 DVD, and it's like a like dead person face, and you could tell it's dead because it's like very pale, and then like there's someone applying like pink lipstick to it, and it's just the pink lipstick that is coming out. It's just that's the only thing that's
What?
colored. Which that's the part that made me think it was about like a funeral home or something.
Sure. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. I was envisioning like a undead person putting on lipstick on themselves or something. That makes sense.
Try to fit in.
I think it now that I think about it, I think it's the like tree thing and then the like isn't the weeds thing like dandelions on that thumbnail. And I think to me they were so similar in my mind that I'd confuse the two.
Isn't the weeds one just like that 3 named woman's just like laying in a field or something like that? Is that what it is?
Maybe.
What's her name? I know she has 3 names.
Yeah.
You know?
Can't
She's
be
like
trusted.
Mary
Yes.
Tyler Winstead or something like that.
Mary Tyler Moore.
There's a Parker in it or something.
Mm.
Mary Louise?
Mary Louise Parker? That sounds like a name.
Yeah, sure. That's it. Done. Did it. That's her name.
That's what it is now. Well,
There's
cool.
no way. There's no way to tell. So I mean,
Dexter's gonna kill somebody, right?
yeah. Well, I'll say. Well, Joe's kind of shooting towards like a funeral home thing. I'm shooting towards some sort of like undead teen drama. Apparently,
Mm-hmm.
I think,
you got anything?
yeah. I like the funeral home thing, and it's a drama, right? It's not like or is it like a comedy drama?
Wikipedia says comedy drama, black
Oh,
comedy, psychological drama.
Okay. I want to believe that there's some shadiness though where like they are using the funeral home to also just get rid of like dead bodies of some sort of gangster like thing,
Oh.
which I think is like a direct ripoff of Luke Cage season 2.
Wait, you think?
Season 2. Yeah.
So you think somehow retroactively the show of 6 Feet Under ripped off a
Well, Luke
just
Cage was
okay
a comic from
Marvel?
like the 70s. Luke Cage has been around a long time.
Yeah, well, obviously, like, yeah, his comic has been around.
The problem, the comics are pretty problematic if you go back and read them. Like, ugh, a lot of white dudes writing these. Ugh. Like, I get what they're like trying to do, but it's like all black people just only talk in Ebonics, and it's like it
Or at
just
least
feels like a lot of blackface was happening around the office or something. I don't know.
Hey, man. But it was representation.
Yeah, sort of.
It was representing something.
It would have been better if that representation would have had, like black writers. And,
Yeah. Yeah, probably.
And artists and
You
whatnot
know,
involved
it was
in
a
it.
different time.
Yeah.
It was the best of times. It was the worst of times.
It was times.
There were times. That's for
There were
sure.
times to be had.
Yeah, I guess I don't really have too much more to guess about what 6 Feet Under is. So should we just go and see what it is?
I have exactly nothing else
Oh,
except for that the first episode is called Pilot.
oh
Yeah.
I was just
June
looking that
3rd,
up.
2001. Oh, were you gonna do it?
Well,
I didn't know because I'm sitting in the chair. I was like, is it
You didn't.
Do I do it?
Oh, so you're gonna do this part, but not introduce the podcast?
That's too intimidating for me.
It's kind of freeing over here, not being in charge of whether or not things are recording correctly or sounding good.
Yeah, I gotta remember to keep looking at the.
Yeah, it's really weird.
All right.
So yeah,
power's gone to his head.
I'm just gonna cut it right here.
all right.
Episode over.
So the first episode is called Pilot, June 3rd, 2001. We're gonna watch that, and we'll be back after that. Jimmy, hit stop now. And we're back. We're done with the first episode of 6 Feet Under. It was unceremoniously named Pilot. Jimmy, do you have a write-up?
Yeah, I do.
Could be called like Dad's Dead, like even. That would have been better.
It is weird to me when like premiere service shows have episodes called Pilot.
Yeah, like they didn't know.
Like, yeah, like aren't I feel like there's a different process for those shows, but maybe not.
Well, I don't know. I mean, they said like they paid 30 million, 300 million, some extraordinary amount for Game of Thrones pilot, quote unquote, and then they said no. The spinoff.
Oh, the spinoff. Yeah, I did hear that. Did we talk about that?
I think we mentioned it last week.
Okay. Yeah.
But
but they developed that themselves, I'm pretty sure, is what I'm saying too. You know, like they say yes to a team and they like put in the money. It's not like someone showed up at their door with this made, like this pilot made, right?
Well,
I mean, maybe they did.
And also, you would have assumed if they would have picked up the Game of Thrones prequel or whatever, sequel or whatever it was,
yeah, prequel.
They would have just named the episode. They would have taken 5 minutes and named it.
Prequel of Thrones. On Christmas Eve of 2000, in the year 2000, Patriarch Nathaniel Fisher, oh, his name was Nathan too.
Yep.
Owner of Fisher & Sons Funeral Home, is hit and killed by a bus while driving his brand new hearse. His death throws his immediate family into emotional chaos as they attempt to deal with their grief. Nathaniel's death casts a pall over the return of his older son, Nate, who's coming home from the holidays before returning to his home in Seattle. On the flight, Nate Jr., meets and later has sex with Brenda Chenoweth, and she's around a bit for this episode. And then dutiful son David is struggling to keep his true sexual identity a secret, and his new boyfriend Keith from his family. Matriarch Ruth has her own secrets to keep, being infidelity. And the youngest child and only daughter, Claire, has her first taste of crystal meth before finding out about her father's death and must now go.
Taste.
Yeah, the way it lists that, it's like, okay, does that mean she's just like an addict pretty quickly, or is it like it just was the first time?
You know that redhead mom with who drops the ATM machine on the dad in Breaking Bad? That's what Claire is. That's Claire's future. That they're
that character was born right out of
she moved to Albuquerque and did that
same
after
universe.
yeah.
That's awesome. I hope her name's Claire. So she takes her hit a meth and then gets a call that her dad's dead. So now she's going through this experience, and it says, while tweaking.
1 hit of meth, please.
Meanwhile, Nathaniel, the father's specter, is repeatedly appearing to each member of his family and forces them to face their own anxieties about life and death. I don't know if that's totally true. I don't think he appeared to everybody. Did he? I think he seemed to be appearing to David a lot.
Mm-hmm.
He appeared to Nate. He appeared to David. He appeared to Mom.
He did appear to Mom?
Yeah, she saw him.
All right. I believe you.
I don't remember.
I just don't remember that. For
think
sure appeared to Claire.
Okay, so maybe it was everyone.
I think
that would be
the
everyone
whole family.
then. Yeah, that in fact would be everyone. Okay, that's the end of the write up. But man, a lot happened. There was also because it felt like David at least for the first like half, was like having these daydreams, like visions, weird stuff.
Yeah.
And then, but then Nate was seeing him too. And then at the end, Nate sees him get on a bus, and that did not seem like this is a daydream anymore. That was very odd.
It did feel weird because I feel like, was that the first time Nate saw him? No, it wasn't.
No, it wasn't.
But it did feel a little different at the very end when he saw his like dead dad get onto a bus in a way.
It felt specifically different.
It felt like, hey, not dead, leaving town, but like he's dead, right? He's dead.
Because anytime anyone else saw him, it was just like, then they like shook back to real life, and they're like, oh yeah, like this was just like a Scrubs like JD fantasy.
Well, normally,
but that time he like staring at this bus and like, oh my god.
Yeah. Normally it was like the dad was like in place of somebody that was actually in the room, and they were like imposing the dad over it. Whereas we didn't get that like resolution.
Yeah, that was the first time we saw
dad.
Nate see dad, was when he's identifying dad's body and he is seeing. So I think did the write up even mention that they are a like Mortician family? I don't even think it did.
I don't think it did.
That's an important part of the puzzle.
They run a funeral home.
So dutiful David is like the guy who's kind of taken up the mantle, it seems, and Nate has kind of run off to Seattle to do nothing with his life, and David doesn't even want to be in the funeral biz, but he's trying to like make his parents proud or something. And Claire's just doing meth.
She's mething it up, you know.
Everyone's struggling in this episode.
In their own way. Well, and the mom is like freaking out near the end because her husband, well, obviously her husband died, but then also she like tells the family that she like was cheating on their dad, and she's like freaking out because now dead dad knows this now. Now he knows. And it's like, yeah, okay, well you did it. You were still doing it. Again, like what's gonna happen now?
It's gonna haunt you.
You should have felt bad about this earlier.
But he's a ghost now. He can haunt. He's free to haunt.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, license to haunt.
Man.
Double O Boo.
Double O Boo.
It's a James Bond joke.
Because license to. Got it.
Yep. Yeah. No, you had to really follow it.
Yeah, I would have gone with like Double O Heaven or something.
You don't haunt people from heaven.
You don't know that.
You think heaven ghosts?
You get to do what you want. What's better than that?
I don't think God's like, go haunt people.
Go forth. And
maybe Double O Hell.
Yeah, that's good too.
That's better. That's better.
Another thing that the write-up didn't mention is the fun funeral ads, like commercials.
Oh, best part of the show, right? No, I mean,
pretty fun.
Yeah.
It definitely does a lot, like goes a long way in making like light of an extremely dark show.
Yeah, that's weird. In all honesty, like they don't technically fit.
There were 3 of them, right?
3 or 4. Did you count the very first one?
Yeah, the very first one was an ad for a brand new hearse.
Yeah,
right.
Which was
hearse.
Like, it was like a very sex forward like ad for like
hot lady wants you to buy a hearse, you know.
And then it was like the makeup cream that was like, it was like wound filler that was like, you got to make people look their best, like get this wound filler. And then the last one was like this shaker that's like a shaker of dirt that you could use for like when they're like being buried, that you shake this on top of the casket. But it was a very like fun, like dancey shaking commercial.
All of the commercials were like, hey, death is fun. You know.
I think there was one more.
I think there was
It's
one
not
more too, but
coming to me.
I can't.
I think there was one in between the hearse and the wound filler.
I don't know. But yeah, they're all for products that would be used by a funeral home, and they're all products that like help to like make the death seem like just a little bit more high class. Like, ooh, let's touch this up a little bit.
I mean,
nice hearse and nice makeup.
Didn't they make sense for what was happening? Like the first one was the hearse, and the dad had a hearse. The second one was a wound filler, and he had like a bunch of gashes on his face.
Yeah, and he ended up using it.
Yeah, and then David was using it on him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And what was the last one? I already forgot.
The dirt shaker, which they use in the burial. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Good times.
Yeah. Which it all kind of ties into that end scene where they have the burial scene, and David is. Do they give the shaker to David for him to shake? I think.
They all shook, and then they gave it to.
Not
Nate.
David, to Nate. And Nate like kind of goes off on a rant on how like all of this is artificial, like of like
very sterile.
Yeah, it's very sterile. That it's like he's their dad's all touched up and he doesn't look like him anymore, and they're using this shaker and it's not real dirt. And they're like burying him in this like astroturf like park, and like it doesn't really represent that this is a real person who is like important to them, and that he's dead, which is like a very real like grief-filled thing that's like not really being addressed by all of this nice stuff that's happening.
It's super real.
Mm-hmm.
And then like, and then his like rant then really kind of like allowed Mom to really like. She just really like sobbed and like threw some dirt and that I was like watching that lady. I was like, I've seen that like sob at funerals before. You know, I was like, holy shit! Like it pulled me in. I was like, oh, that's too real. I'm feeling like feelings.
Mm-hmm.
Well, she's
like,
an actor, Jimmy.
Yeah, the American Horror Story lady.
Yeah, the American Horror Story lady. Also, she's like really old, even in this. Like.
Yeah, 2000.
So like she's been to funerals in real life. She's
experienced grief.
She's seen one or two husbands die, I think, by then.
There's a lot of real life in that. There was like snot coming out and everything. Oof.
Yeah, all the snot.
Man, I was like, man, I've seen that snot. I recognize that snot. That's real grief snot.
Mm-hmm.
Grot.
Just before that, we were talking about though that like be tight to be at a funeral and just have like one of the kids just like go off about like this is all fake, like none of this matters.
Oh man, could you imagine if you're at a funeral and it's like not your dad, your brother or whatever, but it's like your like third cousin or somebody or like a friend of somebody, and you're like just there and you're standing in the background, and all of a sudden people just start screaming and yelling and like real emotion starts happening, and you're just there and you're like, whoa, this is the best funeral in the world.
Round of applause.
Yeah, maybe.
Like as in like you were kind of like you were there because of like mostly obligation, but also just because like, you know, like you want to support somebody.
You just like funerals.
So you're there, or maybe you're there for hope of a spectacle.
just into it. There was a guy there who was just waiting to try to buy the business, like to their like corporate funeral business or whatever.
Yeah, and that guy was like, "This is a great funeral. I'm into
this is having a great time." I don't know. I've like been to funerals where there's been a lot of like. I've been to funerals where, you know, like, okay, this person was like old and everyone's like sad and it sucks, but everyone's like being very, you know, put together.
Mm-hmm.
But I've definitely been to ones that are like been to like working with kids, been to a couple kid funerals and like where there's been a lot of explosive emotion.
Cool.
And it was not a good time for anyone.
I want to caveat what you're saying with nowhere did I think that it would be fun to be at a kid's funeral with this happening.
I'm just saying.
I like old white guy funeral. This is only comical at an old white guy funeral.
Sure.
All their children, all children, ages, races don't apply.
Yeah. Lived a full life.
Yeah. Look at this guy. He was on top of the world the whole time, and now his whole family's breaking apart. This is hilarious.
Oh, God.
I'm their third cousin. Nate was a douche. Anyway, he was.
I mean, what Nate was going on about was like, okay, yeah, like like the system is flawed. Like this is a weird like ritual.
Yeah, all
that
of
we
this
do.
dress up for it.
Yeah.
It's all just kind of fake for like a very real thing that happened.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I mean, maybe there's, I'm sure there's a lot of reason that's like how funerals got that way, is that it's trying to give you some sort of like system to grieve into, like when you don't know what else to do with your body and emotions, but yeah, then it can be very cosmetic.
Also, capitalism.
Yeah,
Right,
yeah,
there
that
is
too.
that part, and that's an important part
of everyday
of
life
our
and
economy.
death.
Exactly.
What are we, communists? What are we just gonna get buried all in the same hole
Yeah. What are you gonna turn me into
with
dust?
all those other people?
No, Jimmy, no. What was everyone's actual just the feelings of the episode as a whole? Did you actually like it or not?
It was fine.
All right.
I mean, it was. I feel like it felt very much of a whole with early 2000s HBO, where it was like, yeah, it still wasn't like the element that it is today, where it's like very much prestige, and they know that you're going to watch, so you're stuck.
Yeah.
Right. So like they know that they have to pull you in as a pilot, which I think that they did a good job of like introducing the characters and giving you the type of humor, and also like, the having the climax of the funeral itself. But it also just like, I don't know, there's something about that like early 2000s that just feels different about these types of comedy/drama shows, where it's like, I don't know if it's the pace or the type of jokes that they're making, but it's like not quite snappy, where it makes me like, I'm not exactly looking to dive into episode 2.
I mean, these are like, hey, this show was an hour. This one was about an hour, a little over an hour long. I think the regular episodes are 45 to an hour. Is that true?
Yeah,
like they feel like marathons. Like it's just like, you're really gonna like watch this. Like you need to pay attention. So it is hard to like commit to something like that for sure. And I think about halfway through or 3/4 of the way through, I was like, man, we were just really watching like a family have
Just
their dad die and deal with it. Like that's just all we're doing right now. Like there wasn't anything like, there weren't ghosts. I mean, there weren't ghosts really. There was like, they're seeing their dad, but that's just them like, that's just TV working through the pain kind of thing. At least I think that's what that was at the moment.
I think Dad might have been a ghost at the end.
Yeah,
At the end.
Yeah, well, I wasn't there. I said 3/4 through.
I had a thought part of the way through that like this kind of felt like a really good like just like mini movie. If it was just like a 70-minute movie about a grieving family, like I feel like I would get it.
Yeah, there's probably like
This
only
is a
one or two
great
little
episode about just grief.
Yeah,
There's probably only like one or two little things that could have ended a little bit more succinct. Like maybe add 15 more minutes on it to really end it, but like probably could have really worked out for like what you're saying.
Yeah, I feel like it was good, but as a pilot didn't necessarily make me go, ooh, what's gonna happen next? It's just sort of like, that was an interesting story. Cool.
I mean, there is no like next to look forward to.
Yeah,
it's just
there
like
There's no next
it's just like
on.
now it's just like dad died on Monday, now it's Wednesday and dad's still dead, and what is the family like?
I was gonna say,
we're gonna watch them do their finances or something.
I have no idea what the next episode, what the rest of this show is gonna be about.
Yeah.
Well, I saw the
No
next
clue.
I saw the next episode's title and it was called like The Will or something like that.
Okay,
So
so-
like
Okay.
So they're still dealing with.
you're just still dealing with it.
Episode 3 is like bringing Dad's clothes to Goodwill.
Episode 4 is like divvying up the inheritance,
Dad's baseball cards.
pawning dad's Mickey Mantle.
I imagine at some point it's like they talk Nate into coming home and being part of the family business or something. How many seasons?
5.
Five? Okay. Oh wow.
I mean, yeah, they're the obviously, like, I feel like the kids, Nate, Claire, and David are all going to be like kind of the things going forward. Obviously, it's like Joe said, they did a really good job of kind of building, at least kind of explaining at least where all the kids are at in a way.
Mhm.
Like, obviously, David's like a closeted gay guy who like kept that from his family and has a relationship with this like cop.
Oh yeah.
Which was like
Keith the cop.
Which that was like kind of interesting. And then obviously like Nate's just kind of like a bum in Seattle coming home, just banging ladies that he meets in the airport. Now like potentially starting a relationship with this lady as well. And then they have a literal meth head now as a
Like you do.
a blossoming meth head, because
You have enough kids, one of them's gonna be a meth head.
Yeah, she tasted the crystal. Well, is she
It's
gonna
all
come?
over.
Is she gonna come back? Tune in to episode 2.
Yeah, she's got the first taste.
I really liked it.
Crystal?
Yeah. Just the blue stuff. Honestly, I think I like it the more we talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
I think it'd be better if we all just did some crystal.
I would like it much better.
Does anyone know where to get
Probably walk around
We live in a city. We could probably find it.
Yeah,
Craigslist or something.
in the block.
Just literally Craigslist.
Facebook Marketplace.
But I think I'm like interested in a weird way. Like, yeah, I'm like, this is good, because I was like halfway whatever through, and I'm like, well, yeah, we're just watching a family like grieve about their dad, and it's just like, yeah, everyone, in a way, everyone's family is like kind of this messed up, and everyone, and like at least I think in some level. So I think that connects with a bunch of people. Like, even if you may not be gay or a meth head or like cheating on your husband, or
but
just,
you're one of those things.
or yeah, or a bum, but you're one of them. Yeah, like, you know, or you're like a Jace, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're meth a Jace. Some people are.
Yeah, for sure.
Kind of methish.
Joe's meth a Jace.
Oh man.
But so yeah, I'm interested. Would I roll into episode 2 tomorrow?
Yeah, how could you after
You know,
an hour
like,
and a half?
no, I'm not.
Nobody got time.
No, like Joe's. I'm watching a movie. That was a good movie. I'll watch the next movie tomorrow.
That's the hard thing about like HBO or Showtime or anything, is like those shows are just so much longer, because even like an hour-long show on like cable is really only 43 minutes, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And even Netflix doesn't seem to, they do things I feel like more along 40, or like Disney Plus, like the new like Hawkeye things. I think those are only like 40 some, but like to be just over an hour, that it just feels like you're really watching a movie, which takes a different kind of writing and shooting. And I've been plowing through Game of Thrones, and it literally just feels like you're hopping into a movie every single time. You're like tired at the end. That's kind of how I feel right now.
It makes me
Let's
not want
watch
to
another one.
Yeah. Well, let's watch another one, but before we do that, let's do predictions.
Yeah.
Also, one of you is going to have to look up what the name of the next episode is, because I'm so not in charge tonight that I didn't even bring my phone into the room.
Hey.
But I'll do my predictions first. My first one is Mom is Dead.
Oh, okay. I can see that.
Dang,
The
Ruth.
matriarch has left the building, if you will.
That'll happen.
I will.
This one's a little vanilla, but I kind of feel like it's true. Nate still lives in the hometown now. Like, he didn't go back to Seattle or anything. But he is not involved in the family business.
Okay. Interesting.
So he's just around being older brother guy kind of thing, but he's not doing funeral stuff. I think this is just I went Dexter on this one. David kills or has killed somebody.
Okay. I could see it.
Yeah, I have that too. It's impossible
can't-
not to see him
He's
as a murderer.
he's just like gay Dexter right now. That's all he is.
He's gay Dexter, which is even better.
That's a more compelling Dexter.
Adds dimension.
Yeah, I mean, in the first like at least quarter of the show, he seemed kind of creepy too. Like he seemed like he's because he was the only one at first like seeing stuff, and I was like, this guy's out of his mind.
I feel like he seemed like creepy until like I met Keith, and then I was like, "Oh, you got Keith.
Oh,
this
you're
is
just a
great.
human."
You guys should just be together forever."
Yeah. Keith is
And number 4, Claire is in a relationship with Rico.
Was that her?
Rico, we didn't
meth
mention
date?
Rico, but Rico is like the like
We
helper
forgot about
kid
Rico.
that
Oh.
works at the funeral home.
He's the
I thought
person.
I thought that was her like date who she like did meth with.
No,
Oh,
no,
that
no, no,
guy.
no.
His that guy, his on the IMDb, his like character's name is Claire's meth boyfriend or something like that. Meth date.
Yeah,
I think
meth
is what it
date.
is.
He's
Yeah.
in stuff that I've seen him in, and he's never like you
You
always
know
like,
what you know him from?
yeah. No, what do I know him from?
He's in the first 2 episodes of Buffy. He's like a
Yeah.
bad like Jesse vampire.
Yeah, he sucks.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Those are my mine.
That's hilarious to me, that last prediction, because both Claire and Rico are both in Can't Hardly Wait together.
Edited together.
Yeah, I mean th're both in that film.
Oh. Well, I can't
Joe,
hardly
what do
wait
you
to
got?
see him together.
Heyo. I'm for it.
So you had Ruth dies. I have Claire dies.
Oh dang! Addiction overdose.
I don't know. I just think it would be, quite the surprise that the youngest one dies.
I would be.
Who knows? I think it's Christmas time again. We didn't really mention that, but like people were back in town for the holidays. I think it's Christmas again.
It's so hard to like understand that it's the quote unquote the holidays unless they say it. I saw no holiday stuff in this whole
Yeah.
episode, and they were like in sunny weather. the whole time.
There was like Christmas music on the radio that he was singing, and then when they zoomed into the other end of the call, it was on the Christmas tree.
Oh, shut your mouth, Jimmy.
And like presents. I forgot to thank you for picking a Christmas show during this
Yeah.
season. So
I'm
thank
just trying
well
to be
done.
festive.
Well done.
Oh yeah, way to go.
I think that they do end up selling the shop, the funeral home,
The death shop.
Phoning
Death
it
shop.
in.
shop of death. And then my last one, I think that Dad makes a ghost appearance.
Like a legitimate
Nice.
ghost appearance, or like what he's been doing in this first episode.
What he's been doing. I think he's in
Okay.
the episode, but
Got
like
it.
he's like clearly still dead.
Cool.
What if he's alive?
He's back
In ghost form.
in ghost form.
All right. I number 1 also had I have Dave has killed.
Has killed.
Really quick, should we make first and last pogs and sell them? Would people
Yeah.
buy that?
Yeah, sure.
Hit us up at FNL Podcast on the Gmail and on the Twitter if you would buy first and last pogs.
It's got to be coming back, right?
Probably. I mean, yeah, we can decide like who's gonna be the slammer.
Ooh.
Why can't we have 3 slammers?
I guess yeah, you can make multiple.
The
slammers.
problem is
I
we need
had
to
a
figure out
couple
who would be the
slammers.
razor blade slammer.
Oh,
I had one of
God.
those. It was like kind of like
Be Claire.
gold bronzish.
Claire's gonna be Claire's the razor blade slammer. We're all just plastic shitty slammers. Claire's the thick metal razor blade slammer.
You know, the asshole who had the like 3/4 inch like slammer. It's just a hockey puck at this point.
I had that.
Throwing
Keep
that
going.
down.
Ridiculous. Okay, number 2, I think Keith is what I wrote was Keith is covering up crime. That like I hope is just Dave's killings, but like also I thought that would just be compelling on its own if he's just like a bad cop.
Oh man, I feel like Keith is such a good guy though.
Yeah, exactly. It would throw you, wouldn't it? And then I have number 3. I think Dad is still showing up, but I have Dad shows up at an uncomfortable time, like you're like taking a piss or something.
He's just like, hey, what's
Like,
up?
oh, come on.
He's standing
back.
on
God,
top
Dad.
of the toilet bowl, like ah.
Or Nate's banging some lady after meeting her in the airplane. He's in the closet with them. Number 4, I also think
No,
they are.
David's in the closet.
No, Dad's in the closet. I also have they are burying Mom.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care if they bury him. I just want her to be dead.
Fair enough.
Burying's not my problem. All right.
And the last episode, according to this wiki, is episode 63. Everyone's Waiting, August 21, 2005.
They're all waiting.
Cool. All right, let's watch it, and we'll be back after that. And we're back. We're done with the final episode of 6 Feet Under. I believe it was called Everyone's Waiting.
It was.
It was 4 hours ago, so I can't quite remember.
Yeah.
Jimmy, do you have a write-up?
I sure do. Brenda delivers Willa, was apparently the name of the baby, 2 months early at 2 pounds 4 ounces. Several health problems, obviously. She worries about Willa while Nate, in a vision, is constantly negative.
That's what we're calling those now? Visions? She was legitimately being haunted by him.
I think they were visions. We'll talk about that. Keith kicks David out for the kids' sake.
Wait, I just realized their couple name is Keith David.
That's awesome.
The greatest voice actor ever known to man. Goliath himself. Keep going. I'm sorry.
God bless him. R.I.P. I'm sure he's alive.
He's very much alive.
So then David moves back home where Ruth cares for him. Claire gets an unexpected job offer in NYC. Rico convinces David to sell Fisher and Diaz, and that's what the company's called now. And then Nathaniel Sr. chastises David in his dreams, causing him to embrace his demons and change his mind about selling the business. He's got some demon in a red hoodie now for some reason.
Yeah. He fights.
That he sees, that he fights, that has like
Nice
saber-tooth face, saber-tooth tiger mouth face.
It's just a demon trying to get him to go to Miami and start murdering criminals.
Yeah. Can't wait. It really feels like this is the same universe. So he's not gonna sell to Rico or whatever, or sell the business so that Rico can cash out. Margaret is impressed to see Olivier's nurturing side. Who's Margaret? Is that Brenda's mom?
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, it was a character that we didn't know.
And Olivier was a character at their house too.
Was that Kathy Bates?
No. So this is referencing Brenda's like family. There was like a whole scene where like her brother Billy, who seems like he maybe has some like OCD and like maybe like autism spectrum kind of stuff. He was in the pilot too. We didn't talk about him.
Oh, I didn't even remember him from the pilot.
Really? Oh
No.
yeah. He was like in the fridge doing weird stuff in the pilot. Anyway, and then this guy Olivier was there. Don't understand what his relationship is to the family, but in the IMDb he did not have the same last name. And he was like a teacher of Claire's, like an art teacher. Anyway, Rico and Vanessa, his wife, celebrate an investment. Ruth and Claire finally make up, and Ruth insists she follow her dreams. Claire's job falls through, but Nate convinces her to move anyway.
Ghost Nate.
Ghost Vision Nate. The family toasts Nate's memory at a farewell dinner for Claire, and Claire's departure reveals what's to come for her family members and herself. So while she drives away, this stuff happens. Brenda will remarry and care for Maya and Willa. David and Keith finally get married. Durrell? Oh, is that one of David and Keith's kids?
Yeah.
Is interested in embalming. Rico and Vanessa stay together.
I thought the same kid that was like interested in embalming earlier was like, they had said like 2 minutes before that he wanted to be a firefighter. I thought
Yeah, that's right.
And then all of a sudden he was like watching him embalm, like that's what he was trying to do.
Did a 180. You know, kids will be kids. And then Ruth dies. We see everyone kind of die in this montage.
We can't skip that, Jimmy.
Ruth dies in 2025 at age 79. Keith is shot to death in 2029 at age 61. Claire, because we should say, so he is like a armored car driver, like a cash moving, probably moving from bank to whatever or business to whatever. So some people rob him. Then Claire marries Ted. Dave dies in 2044 at age 75. In the middle of a picnic. And then Rico dies in 2049 at age 75 on some sort of futuristic cruise.
Yeah. Space cruise,
hopefully. Brenda then dies in 2051 at age 82. And Claire dies finally in 2085 at age 102. So we be living forever then.
Can we just skip to that end part right now?
Yeah.
Where we watched just like a whole show that was pretty serious. And then it ended in like a 5-minute like montage of all of the characters dying.
So it kicks off with Claire driving off on her like new adventure in her Prius. And then while she's driving, like she's getting visions of all this stuff that's happening in the future, which is just like everyone's deaths in order. And like each death like shows like the person dying, and it's usually just like them fainting in the middle of like a crowd. And then
they all dying in the middle of public.
Yeah, and then it flashes their name and like their birth year and death year. But yeah, all of their deaths are not like like in a hospital, like hooked up to some machines. It's just like, oh, I'm at a picnic and I fucking pass out dead.
I mean, did you guys think this too? Like, I don't know. It was so silly. That was so silly.
It
the picnic one
silly to me.
All of them.
All of it.
Yeah.
Keith got just murdered.
Yeah.
Like just like.
Yeah.
Yeah, it happens.
That's how Keith died.
I think the point where it got silly to me was this is maybe the third death scene where we saw.
Because there was like 6 in a row.
Or we saw like a nondescript guy.
Death.
Well, it was way into the future at this point, because like I think the last death we had seen was like in the 2040s, and then they cut to another scene and it was on like a futuristic cruise ship.
That was Rico's death.
Yeah, but like we didn't know it was just like a futuristic cruise ship. There's like a couple, and like they're wearing hats and stuff. We can't really see who they are, and then the one guy who's just like walking on the cruise ship just falls over and dies, and then it just says, I forget what his first name was, but it says like
Rodrigo.
says like Joseph Frederico Diaz, and then the years, and we're just like, that was Frederico?
Yeah.
He died on this future cruise? Like that's where it got silly for me, and then from there it just like kept going. That was only like halfway through.
Yeah.
Why
show about death?
Why was that in there? Why didn't it just end with Claire driving off into the sunset going to New York?
It seems like
it
I wonder if that was a thing in the show that like when a person dies, even if it's just like a person of the week death, that it's just like that they show that title scene of their name and year.
I mean, I guess it would make sense if even if they had like that week on the show they were burying like Mrs. Gibbons or whatever. It was like Mrs. Gibbons 1909 to 2001 or something like that.
That's kind of what I imagine.
Yeah. I guess it's possible, but it's still like, man, that seemed goofy to me.
It
sure was.
I love being able to see in a finale like let's skip a bunch of years ahead and see what's going on with people. I feel like that's been done.
How about we go to 2085 real quick? See what Claire. Oh, she's dead.
Oh, she's just in bed, 102 years old.
She looked like a monster in that bed when she died.
She looked like.
That's what 102 looks like.
Yeah, old people are freaky, man. That was crazy.
Yeah.
Even in 2085, you would think that they would like upload her brain into the Matrix or something.
Yeah, she should go to like San Junipero at that point, right?
Exactly. No one dies anymore.
I don't know what this show's about, cause like it's like this is a show. It's called 6 Feet Under. Like it's about death, so like I get it, but like, and we only saw 2 episodes, So maybe they were pretty bookended in just complete utter sadness and death. But like it was also tons of like ghosts or whatever visions, and we didn't see like any of I think it's weird to me that we didn't see any of that in the montages, or like even like Claire is 102. She's in a bed like by herself. There's like a lady, like it seemed like it was just like she's in like a hospice care, and there's a woman there sitting in a chair. But like you're 102, you got no family around you while you die. What's it all for, man?
To quote, Jimmy, to quote Donnie Darko, every single living human in the world dies alone.
Yeah, we die alone. But where was Ted? We didn't see Ted's death.
Ted
The write-up didn't say anything about Ted until like they just got married.
I thought we did. Did we not? No. Because he was like, I think he was sitting across from Claire when she died or something. No. Because Claire was in the bed by herself.
Claire was in the bed by herself.
Maybe Ted lives forever.
He probably lives forever. That makes sense. 2085, they've got that power. But so Ted is
but like Claire couldn't afford it or something.
Messini was his name.
Yeah, Chris Messina.
Chris Messina. Yeah, he's from Minnie's Project and Newsroom are the things we've seen him in.
Yeah,
he's in other
stuff. I looked up his IMDb and stuff, and there's a lot of stuff that I must have seen him in that I just like never registered. There's like that HBO show Sharp Objects. There's like a Netflix movie called I Care a Lot about like elder fraud that I for sure have seen, but I don't remember a whole lot about it. But like probably seen him in that.
He's always just like a pretty good supporting character, right?
He's Victor Zsasz in one of those Harley Quinn movies.
Oh yeah,
forget which one now.
I saw him on the credits for that. Yeah, haven't seen that movie, but Victor Zsasz, huh?
Yeah,
interesting pull.
Yeah,
he's like kind of a like handsome guy, and like I didn't expect Victor Zsasz to be a handsome guy. Isn't he just kind of like? True. He's like covered in scars and shit.
Yeah, he's also like scary. Bald, isn't he?
Yeah, jacked.
Bald. The guy doesn't strike me as like jacked. Just strikes me as like a handsome, soft man.
Hitman. He's a hitman. He's a dangerous man.
But besides like the just, I mean, to me, comical ending of everyone dying, I feel like halfway through, I also turned to you guys and I was like, this is just a show about just us watching a sad family be sad. Like we watch like 2.5 hours of just like a mopey family, basically. So I mean, maybe that's too real. Maybe it's just like watching our families or something. I don't know. Like, but like, I was just like, oh man, I don't think it's bad. That's the problem. I think I want it to be bad. Am I necessarily interested in watching more of this? Like I said it in the first part that I didn't want to skip into episode 2 because like that was a movie. Yeah. Now we've watched 2 episodes in one night, and it is factually too much 6 Feet Under for one day to watch 2 episodes in one day.
Yeah.
Fact.
Well, I feel like kind of on that tip, like, yeah, the first episode was like an interesting, like 62-minute movie about grief. And then this last episode was maybe an interesting 40-minute movie about grief, even around like, because like the main thing was like the birth of like Brenda's child, which like there's still some like leftover grief from the death of her husband, right?
Yeah, so Nate had died like 3 or 4 episodes before.
So there's still interesting like 40-minute episode of again grief there, and then 20 minutes of bonkers death scenes. But those 2 things, I feel like I definitely have not seen the show. Like,
right.
I feel like I have no idea what this show is like.
Yeah.
Not even about. I mean, I for sure don't know what the show is about, but I don't even know what. Like you You dropped me in season 3, episode 5. I don't know who's in it or what. Like, are they just doing stuff around the funeral home? Because we didn't really see much of the funeral home stuff in these episodes. I mean, I guess we saw some just because the father died in the first episode, but
at some point Rico becomes like a partner in it, and he was just like working there at the time. So there's some plot and movement that happened.
Yeah, I just have no idea what to expect for the rest of the show.
So I think all the like Nathaniel Sr. and then like Nate and all that stuff, I don't think they're ghosts. I think they're just like the inhibitions. They're just like they're
plot devices.
They're plot devices, but they're like inner thoughts of that like character.
Yeah, the projections of the character.
Yeah. And like because we saw in this one the big thing with the baby being like premature. Whenever Brenda sees Nate, he's like saying these horrible things that this kid is like got no chance.
Yeah.
And then she like Ruth is finally like, "Hey, are you okay?" And she's like, "Nah."
not at all.
Like maybe he weighs 2 pounds. Like I think she might die or whatever, you know. And like once she like the next time we see Nate, like ghost vision Nate, he's like holding the baby, which he had not done like previously, and is like, "I'm gonna love this baby," you know. And I think like she got her like worries out, and she's like okay, things are gonna be okay, you know. And I think I assume that's like a plot device then for like the whole show, is that we're kind of seeing these things play out through death, and maybe that's part of like this grieving process. I don't know.
Yeah, I never.
Sounds like a good idea.
Yeah, I definitely never thought they were actual ghosts. I definitely thought they were just like,
would have been great.
You know, when they show like some weird superpowers, or do other things, or like limitless and stuff like that. Like, you know, when they have to like show that they're doing a thing, but it's not like really happy. You know, when Sherlock Holmes calculates stuff and whatnot. Like, yeah, it's all that. It's not. They're not real ghosts, but
yeah,
it is
just
interesting.
Working through something.
I agree too, Joe, that maybe we haven't really seen this show. It's maybe one of the first shows in a weird way where it's kind of like, have we not really actually seen what this show is? I feel like a lot is given away generally in the first and last. But in a way, I kind of think that as long as Jimmy doesn't cancel his HBO subscription, that we potentially have a duty or an option to like at least watch like 1 or 2 more episodes in season 1, not on the like offline, and just even and just see what's going on. Like if you watch The Will, and especially if you somehow even get to season 1, episode 3, by that point, if the show is not established and it doesn't feel different than what we just watched, then we've seen the show.
Yeah.
But if it does feel different, and then it changes what you feel, it's whatever. I think what I'm trying to say is, listeners, I think we're inconclusive on this one in a way, and that more homework is needed by you more so than us, really. But I think I want to try to potentially do some more homework.
I think that's admirable. I think I could see like grief is a huge fucking topic, you know, like everyone experiences it completely differently. So like there's a lot of avenues that maybe they could explore in this show in 5 seasons. And it is fascinating, but it's also incredibly morbid. Like you said, it's hard to watch a lot of it, especially if maybe that's something that you're dealing with right now. Maybe it'd be a really good thing for you. Maybe it'd be a terribly triggering and horrible thing for you right now. But it is interesting, and it's worth thinking about. Yeah,
definitely a good thing. Let's really dive down and discover some things that we feel about grief during the holiday season.
Let's do it. This is a huge time for grief. The holidays, shit.
Thought it was festive.
I'm gonna go replay The Last of Us. Just like dig real deep in.
Nice.
Well, I mean, I don't got a computer for a week. We talked about that at the beginning, so maybe I'll turn on the TV
Hey,
and watch
there
one
you
or
go.
two
Well,
more
now
of
you're
these.
logged into my account, so
You can't say that online. The authorities are gonna arrest us.
Yeah.
yeah. Well, it's cool. I'm gonna abandon it the second I finish Game of Thrones.
Well,
I think I'm close.
I thought it was like already abandoned already.
Well, I mean, it's
On its way out.
It's on borrowed time.
Fair enough.
So there was like one other thing that's been bothering me. Richard Jenkins, is that his name? Yeah, the dad, Nathaniel Sr. I was like, I've seen this guy in something super recently, and I could not place it, and I finally found it in the IMDb because he is in a movie I watched during Spooky Month, and that was Cabin in the Woods. He's like
in Cabin in the Woods.
he's opposite like Bradley Whitford.
Is
They're-
he?
they're the two
Oh,
together.
he's
Yeah.
one of those two white collar dudes, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yep. And
Fuck.
those two alone like make
How did
that
I
movie.
not
Yeah.
place
so good.
that?
It was killing me.
Yeah.
I love Cabin in the Woods, and the fact that I did not even notice that is crazy.
Yeah. Well, he's definitely
Completely
younger in this,
Well,
but
just the
still-
the role is so insanely different. It almost seems like a different person
Yeah.
Oh yeah. True.
because he's just a dickhole in the
Yeah.
hilarious man in that
Yeah,
one
in a great way, as is Bradley Whitford. But he's kind of that same role and everything, I guess.
Like Thor's in that movie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Right?
Young,
Like-
early Chris Hemsworth.
yeah. He kills himself by jumping a motorbike into a force field. Spoilers for Cabin in the Woods. Sorry. It's a fantastic movie. Do we got any other stuff to say about this before we get into predictions?
I was trying to look. I don't think I have anything of note. Rico was in a couple episodes of Scrubs, and I think I just noticed that because I've been going through Scrubs.
Gonna watch season 9?
Of Scrubs?
Yeah.
Gosh, probably.
Is that like a new season of Scrubs?
No, that's the last.
The last. Gotcha.
Also, the driving death montage at the end was to Sia's "Breathe." What is it? Breathe me, breathe on me. That doesn't sound right.
Breath upon me.
Sia's Breathe
It was a
on
big
Me.
song for a while. It was on the radio all the time, and it was like, man, if you want me to be depressed, play this song on the radio.
Don't know it.
Really? Breathe me. You listeners, you know it. Josh, how'd you do?
Yeah, so I think we're all on it. Jury's out technically on this one. More research needed potentially. So far, interesting show. But my predictions. Number 1, Mom is dead or gone. She did die.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because
did.
everyone died.
Because most people died. Well, by the end, everyone died.
Yeah, I wish I would have. Man, could you imagine? Because I tried to do one. Yeah, I'm sure you guys didn't catch on to my intricate predictions where I named every one of the family members and gave them one prediction. Pretty hard thing to follow. Man, Mom is dead, Nate is dead, David dead, Claire is dead. 4 points. That would have been fantastic.
In a
But
show
no,
of death.
my only one is Mom's dead, so I'm taking a point for that. The other 3, not so good. I said Nathan still lives in hometown, but not involved in family business. He was the dead from the start of this episode.
Yeah,
So
I
that
don't
didn't
really
work.
know what he's involved
The
in.
most dead.
Yeah, he was the
If
most dead of
anyone.
them all. Third one, is David kills or has killed someone. The Dexter dream had not been born yet, unfortunately.
Nope.
So that's not the case. And then my 4th one was Claire is in a relationship with Rico. I wanted it, but Rico seemed to be happily married to some other lady with 2 children, so good for him.
Yeah. She's
But
doing great.
I will take my 1 point for dead mom.
Cool. Is it me?
Who's next? I think it was you.
I had that Claire dies, which she did at the age of 102.
Damn.
Well done.
Yeah, I got it in at the buzzer. It's Christmas time again, which was not.
It was like late November or something
Yeah.
because she was potentially moving. At the very end, she was supposed to get to New York on like December 6th or something like that. So yeah,
So close.
I have they're selling the shop, which they did, right? They ended up doing it.
no.
But like mom was moving.
I think. Wait.
David decided that he didn't want to sell, and then Keith and David at the end talked about
Oh,
how
they're
they
buying it together.
they bought Rico out.
Okay,
so
gotcha.
they kept it.
Okay. So
Yep.
yeah, it stays in the family, so I don't think that's the point. Man, that was a close one.
Yeah, that went back and forth a few times.
Because then my last one is that Dad Nate Sr. makes a ghost appearance, which he did.
Oh,
He
for
did.
sure.
So that's 2 points.
He did a couple times.
Yeah, 2 points, almost 3.
Nice. I said Dave has killed, and that's inconclusive at best.
I still think he might have killed somebody.
I mean, at some point he killed his demons.
That's not
okay?
a person.
And then I thought Keith was covering up crime. He's not even a cop anymore. He's doing like security.
He's a dead
he's
armored car
dead.
security man.
Yeah. Then I said Dad. Oh, so like Nathaniel Sr. shows up at an uncomfortable time. That's not really true. I think he was just in David's dream, and then at the end, towards the end, when he was with Nate, when Nate's holding the baby and being like good guy all of a sudden.
And that was the only comfortable Brenda ghost moment that there was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I said they're burying Mom, and they did have a bury Mom. Oh yeah, so the one person we didn't mention was Ruth's new boyfriend George, who's James Cromwell, who's in like everything.
Mm-hmm.
At least I think he was new. I assume he's not the church guy that she was cheating on her husband with.
I love
It'd be
it.
pretty fun though.
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's believe that
Yeah.
to be true.
So how many points did you get?
So I just got one.
Okay. Gotta mark it down on the old spreadsheet, aka the notebook I'm holding in
Mark
my hand.
it, dude.
All right, is that it?
We did it.
All right, we did it. We finished 6 Feet Under. We completed it. Asterisk, maybe more homework to be talked about later on. But thank you for joining us on this marathon, I feel like, listeners. If you want to give us some show suggestions or, tell us something that we've missed from this episode, because I'm sure we've missed so much from 6 Feet Under. Also tell us about the ghouls that are in the show somewhere in the middle. But you can do that at FNDL Podcast on the Gmail or on the Twitter. And that's gonna just wrap it up for the week. So we're gonna say goodbye. Have a good week. Goodbye. And so, yeah, we're mid-30s, and I think we have a lot more friends that
Than you do, listener.
bitch. I think the correlation is we're living a lot better lives.
Oh boy.
Paste this on the internet, Jimmy.
Yeah. This is solid banter.
Wow.
Hopefully you saved up enough to get a good nursing home. This is funny, right?
This is fun
playful.
banter.
This is the
Playful.
funny banter I was talking about.
This is the podcast you wanted.
Yeah, this is what I wanted.